The Dubuque Area Arts Collective presents Ruix Podcast.
Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the Ruix Podcast. This is episode 3. I'm Jon Eagle, and you'll notice it's still August, which means that we're slipping another episode in this month. I think that's something that we're going to start doing twice a month or maybe even more. We'll just kind of have to see how it goes, play it by ear, but it just means good news that people are enjoying it, and the reception's been good to the first couple of episodes. People are sharing it on social media, and I'm thankful for that because I think they've been going pretty well. Today, my guest is local metal legends Dredge, but I'll get to that in a sec. I did want to talk a little bit about last night's show. It was DAAC Music Series 4. I guess by the time you're listening to this, it'll probably be last week's show. But it featured Id Pyramid from the Quad Cities, Nevada Green from Columbia, Missouri, and Boar from right here in Dubuque. And it was a great show, very well attended. Everybody played their sets really well, and it seemed like everybody was having a really great time. Id Pyramid seemed to have a little bit of technical issues at the toward the end of their set, but the set that they did manage to give to us was a good one. So, and we're just glad that they were able to make it. Same with Nevada Green and Boar, of course, for him to come down and play his set. We're just appreciative of all of it and everybody that came. Thank you very much. Coming up on September 5th, and I know I talked about this already on the last couple of podcasts and in the blog spot or the Tumblr, but I want to mention again and keep reminding the listeners because I think it's a big one. And that is the Salon show coming up at the DAAC Gallery upstairs at 902 Main Street. The opening reception is on, like I said, September 5th, and it will feature Iowa City's Dave Zolo, musical guest, and he's going to actually be my guest on an upcoming episode of this show. So that's another thing to look forward to. The next music series show is also around the corner, September 2nd, actually, and it will feature a Seath from Iowa City, Venereal Crush from right here in Dubuque, and, of course, Dredge, also from right here in Dubuque. And, again, Dredge are my guest on today's show. I go way back with the fellas in Dredge. They are good friends of mine, and I'm glad that they were able to make it down to the Ruix space a couple of days ago and have this chat because above all, it was just fun, just shooting the shit and talking about old times of their band and their new record, and of course their earlier bands like Smothering Angels, and even back further, Unhinged, which is a band I forgot existed. But their new record, Fossils and Ghosts, is incredible, and you can get that at their Bandcamp page. That's Dredge Band, DREDGEBAND.bandcamp.com. It's available in full there, and it's also available in high quality 180 gram vinyl out at CDs for Change, which is the shop that I work at here in Dubuque. That's 3305 Asbury Road. But let's go to that discussion now and check in with Dredge. Just
look at him
into
go.
Your Bob Euchre voice.
When I was in high school one time, they didn't have anybody to run the scoreboard and shit for the fucking, I don't know, it wasn't like regular games. It was just, fucking
for
JV
the Pirates
games or some shit. Yeah, and like, I had no fucking clue what I'm doing. I don't know fucking about yards and shit.
Wait, this is baseball? And
No, it's football game.
Oh, okay, I was going to say.
And they expect me to put all these fucking shit up on the board, like fucking, what down it is. And all this. How the fuck did I get this job? It's fucking crazy.
So people are booing.
So you had it for 9
dude,
years.
People are fucking like pissed off. Like,
were you like playing in the band?
No, dude. I was just up in the control booth, fucking noodling around.
They grab you off your quad and take it up here.
No, nothing like that. We weren't playing. It was fucked up. I don't know how
You're
I got
the
it.
guy,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't even know how that happened. All of a sudden, I'm climbing up this ladder. up into this booth.
15 years later, you're still in that position, right?
Yeah.
It's 9th down and 15. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. Are we going, Matt? Cool. We've been going.
Oh. That's
All
not
right. This
good.
episode is this going to be episode 3? I think it's going to be episode 3, right? Let's just call it episode 3 of the Ruix podcast. I'm here with Dredge, Kasey, Garrett, and Matt from Dredge. How are you guys?
Hey, buddy.
We're good.
Good.
How are you?
I'm glad to have you here. I'm doing well as well. I guess we'll start out. You guys have been playing together for a lot of years. When I met you, it was probably 12 years ago, something like that. Smothering Angels days. How long has it been, like officially?
For you and me, for Matt and myself, probably getting on 16 years here, 15.
Okay.
So high school for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easily 10 years for me. Probably
Yeah.
a little more than that.
Yeah, Smothering Angels was formed in maybe. Well, before that, it was Unhinged too. So
Oh fuck yeah! I forgot about Unhinged.
Yeah,
Okay.
these guys have been playing
So
together.
you guys
forever.
were Unhinged with was it a 3-piece?
no, 4-piece with Matt Homan
Okay.
and Tony Schultz.
Okay. Who went
And
on
myself.
to be in Smothering Angels?
Right, and then through Smothering Angels, Garrett came in eventually, and
Drew
was
and I
also
came
involved.
in like
Yeah, Drew and
I want
Garrett
to
were
say 03, 04, somewhere in there.
really bad at putting years on things. Yeah,
See, now I thought you were.
I always just
An
kind of
original member,
I was
too.
a bedroom artist for a long, long time.
What does that mean?
you had a booger wall.
Yeah, I just played guitar in my room, and then I could never find the right dudes to play with. And then,
Oh, okay.
and then like I've kind of met up with these guys, and they're like, well, why don't you just come over and try out or whatever, and it just kind of worked out, and been playing with these guys ever since.
Yeah. See, I thought you meant like your official role in the band before you joined was
No,
bedroom artist. Like
No.
you just made flyers or
no,
something. I don't know what
I didn't
that-
have a role, man.
Okay.
That was it. I just played like, man, I wish I could find some dudes that are cool to play with.
Mm-hmm.
So it's cool because I got to skip the kind of the cover band thing that way
Yeah. That's
in a way.
That's huge.
'Cause, and I got to start writing music right away, which was cool, man.
Mm-hmm. You guys too? You
You
didn't.
still got in on some covers, didn't you?
No,
You didn't play any covers?
well, the only one we did was Three Little Pigs.
I was just gonna say.
When I
I
was in
remember
band, yeah.
distinctly.
Yeah, Three Little Pigs.
yeah, that's right.
But that wasn't okay.
Which
So
was
was
super
that
fun.
early, or was it? Did you carry that over to Smothering Angels?
That
or-
never happened in Dredge.
No,
No. I know, but like, was that an Unhinged thing that you carried over to Smothering
No,
Angels?
that was
or-
definitely a Smothering Angels thing. I don't
Okay,
know.
'cause I
it's something we
remember-
just used to do at practice. when
Oh,
we were,
that fucking made me laugh so hard.
high or whatever.
that record rules, man.
It is good. Serial Killer.
It's
Oh
awesome.
yeah. Cow God, man. Okay,
It's stacked. We
Great
could
video.
We could make a whole
With that
episode.
stupid cow head.
the whole thing is so
Get down on your
stupid.
knees. You there.
It's so good.
Eat my burger, for it is my flesh. Drink my milk, for it is my blood.
Yep. See.
They don't write them like that
So,
anymore.
would you say that green Jello / jelly was your biggest influence?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Biggest influence? I don't know about that.
Yeah.
An
Maybe.
influence. I still love it. I loved it then, and I love it now.
Well, okay, so I remember like Smothering Angels, not to dwell in that area, but like I remember that's when I met you guys was like Smothering Angels days,
Sure.
and I was playing in Grain Belt at the
Yep.
time, and we would do shows together.
Great band.
And, thank you.
Great.
Smothering Angels, great band. I always loved playing with you guys.
Those were fun shows.
Yeah, really fun shows. And they were always DIY. Some of them you guys set up, some of them, we set up. How did you guys ever get into like starting to set up DIY shows?
Like the ones we did way
in
back
Dubuque? Yeah.
at like the fairgrounds, and
Yeah, sure. Wherever you want to start.
because we did some of those for sure. Definitely with the Unhinged stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. In high school, the network, when you're that young, the network is so small and easy to
Totally.
get word out. Like there'd be 300 kids in the 4-H building. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like getting 300 people to do anything now is, you know,
Oh, no shit.
That's how I met these guys. I remember going.
it's hard to
like,
get 30 people to go to a show.
Oh, you ain't kidding.
The first time I saw these guys play as Unhinged was at Eagle Point Park in the band shell. Aaron had set up a show there.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, you know, I kept hearing like, oh yeah, these dudes are the super metal dudes. Like you probably dig them and stuff, and you know, go check them out. And yeah, it was. And I remember somebody threw a bottle on stage.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Was this Unhinged or?
Yeah, Unhinged. Yeah, that was
Sweet.
rowdy at the park at the band shell. You know,
Totally.
I'm like this is awesome.
I played at the band shell quite a bit in high school too, but I don't think it ever got that rowdy. People threw chicken at us once. Like I was in a band. I was in a band with this hack dude named. Well, I'm not going to say
Was it cooked?
his name, actually. It was cooked. It was like from a
Okay.
bucket.
Oh, that's
fast
not
food
bad
chicken.
then.
And the band was called Butt Crunch, and we played with this guy.
Butt crunch.
Yeah, believe me, I'm not
All right.
proud of it.
That's pretty good.
But the guy that we were in a band with, he told us, you know, oh yeah, I wrote this song, and then we played it live, and it turned out 3 guys in the crowd that he used to play with wrote it. So they're like, "Fuck you, you wrote this," and they started whipping chicken at us. Yeah, it's not my proudest moment, but I didn't know, you know, like, and
Right, I'm
you
just
know,
playing drums.
Exactly,
dude.
exactly. And not even the right way. I think I heard later, like, you didn't even play it right. Fuck you, I didn't play it right. But anyway, I didn't want to say the guy's name because whatever.
That's not what this is about.
No.
Okay, so when did I think I know, but probably like 2008 or so is when Dredge formed. 2009 maybe.
Yeah.
I think it was 08.
Out of the ashes.
I mean,
of,
That's,
We
it's
might
pretty
have
accurate.
Angels.
Yeah.
Smothering Angels went separate ways as things often happen, and then I don't know if there was
how many records did you put out with Smothering Angels? 2, right? Or was it 3?
two
2 records, and then and then that band broke up, and you guys kind of branched off.
There was the
into-
Unhinged EP too.
Yeah, but like the Smothering Angels records were those 2,
Yeah.
and then I don't know. There was a period there where it was kind of not much going on with any of us, and I don't know. The 3 of us kind of wound up getting a hold of each other and wanted to do something. We weren't super confident in being able to put stuff together
Right.
with just our 3 minds working things. So there was a lot of feeling out to do.
None of us are really
Yeah.
songwriters, you know. We're kind of like,
Well, I mean, and correct me if I'm wrong. Like the way I remember it is, you 3 branched off on your own, and then Drew moved to Iowa City and did a
Right.
Seath or
Right.
Upon the
Yep,
Death Horse
Drew
before that,
moved, and
and then
Tony was doing his thing, and
Tony did his
Still
one man
doing
band
his
thing.
thing.
Yeah. His-
Somewhere-
whatever the fuck that is
somewhere in the
now.
world.
It's a thing.
It's a Tony thing.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
parrot
right.
head
Yeah,
thing now.
The Black and Whiskey Blue. I almost forgot about that.
Black and what's that?
That was Tony's, what he called it, his solo thing.
Oh, I thought it was called Iowa Street.
No, that was the record that he recorded.
Hmm.
Was Iowa Street.
Okay. I thought I didn't know that.
Actually,
Black and Whiskey Blue.
the Black and Whiskey Blue. Yeah.
You're getting pissed. I can see it.
I am not.
Feel your anger.
Schultz, I love you,
Fists are
buddy.
just little balls of rage.
Okay. And then Matt and I played after that in a band,
Yes.
Kerosene Circuit, and then does that sound about accurate?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's right about
And
there.
then
Yep.
so Dredge is in 3 records in now, right?
We are.
Well,
Yeah,
Talk
this
about the
is
new record,
number
man.
3.
What's it called? Ghosts and Goblins, I want to say.
Yes.
I know it's called Fossils and Ghosts. I'm just kidding. I really wanted to say that joke. It's called Super Ghouls and Ghosts, right?
Ghouls.
No, talk about that and how you recorded it. And
That record was recorded by Matt Homan, who was also in Smothering Angels with us. Pretty awesome.
DAAC member.
DAC member.
Yes.
That recording process was awesome.
Yeah.
It was super efficient, man. Like we really made good use of our time when we were hanging out with them, and you know, Matt's got an ear for stuff, especially metal stuff, and
Yeah.
he's just a really good engineer. You know, he knew right away what was a good take and what wasn't, and
Right.
we just worked
absolutely.
really well together. It was cool.
Mm-hmm. Matt, what do you got to say about it?
Matt always blazes through his drum tracks in like a day.
Yeah, that's what I hear about you. I'm kind of similar too.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know if I get impatient or what it is, but
yeah.
You're better at
Usually-
playing. You're better at playing it all one time, I guess. I don't know.
yeah, maybe. I'm usually happy with my first take or whatever.
Yeah, it seems like the
it's-
more times you run through it, the more times you get in your head about it. And
Exactly.
It's like,
Yeah, that's what it is for me too.
if I start failing, it's better off to just go to at the next track and come back to that later when you get some fresh eyes on.
Yeah.
You guys also have the pressure of it's way tougher to fix drum things than it is.
That's true. You kind of have to.
You know,
Yeah, you don't punch.
You might
have
as well
to do it all
easy.
over
You might
again.
as well do it again.
I mean, you gotta have it pretty solid. You know, and it's tough.
We usually
Glad I
don't come
play
into the recording process with anything
Yeah.
not tied up or anything. You know, we pretty much every.
We're ready to
when
go.
when it comes to booking studio time, we're ready to be there. You know,
Yeah.
like,
It's a completely independent outfit here. There's
Just
no
matter
one,
if we
there's
can
no
pull
one
it
footing the
off.
recording bill. So
Right.
Yeah.
It's,
You know.
it's all on us.
which
Well, how does recording with Matt? Is this the first time? that
Yeah.
Okay. How does that compare with like? Because I know
Past endeavors?
John Hopkins,
John Hopkins
did,
from Iowa City did your last
did the
one.
Shadow Current with us.
Right.
That
Shadow
was
Current.
really fun too. John's a super cool guy.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with him is he's on the road so much doing live sound with everybody awesome.
COC
High on
and-
fire
yeah,
currently.
Especially
which-
now. I mean, he's
Right.
gone a lot, man, and
Yeah.
he's focusing on that right now. So it was hard scheduling. Plus, he's in Iowa City. You know, we had to, he had
Right.
to drive up here and haul his gear and stuff. But it was cool, man, hanging out with him, and
Yeah.
he's a metal ass dude, and can dial.
Oh,
that
for
stuff
sure.
in,
Yeah, he's
and
got an ear for that shit too.
Yeah.
It
And I
was
think-
it was cool.
I think where that one kind of struggled was him coming back so many different times and things getting torn down, set back up, torn down, mics getting set in different spots, things not being levels not being set the way they were.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like inconsistencies with the record, which isn't bad, but Fossils and Ghosts is a lot more focused, I think, like everything is one thing
Yeah.
more than the other.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, we're stoked about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I've listened to it a bunch and I really love it.
Thanks,
I think
buddy.
it's great.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the first one was,
Sediment.
yeah, who recorded that?
Luke
And-
Tweedy.
Yeah, we recorded that with
Luke.
Luke.
Okay, so yeah, three prominent Iowa.
Luke's a killer dude
know.
too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And his studio is sweet, but he just, he's not really a metal dude,
He's not. I know.
You're
right.
and it was great working with him, and like he is an awesome engineer. He knows that program inside and out, and it was fun. But it just didn't, he's not a metal dude, so and we're not smart enough to be able to tell him what to do with all that cool stuff he has.
Yeah.
Right.
None
of us are savvy in any way with
technology. We're terrible at it.
No, I'm
Give me
I'm
a
with
little
you.
more Vinnie Paul on the kick, or a little less Lars on the snare.
Yeah. I remember recording with him and being introduced to Shut the Box for the first time. That was pretty great.
yes, likewise.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, shut the box.
Yeah. Did you, Matt, did you find that he had a specifically good ear for drums? Because I did. I thought he got really great drum sounds.
Yeah, I was really happy with the way
The drums do
the
sound
rack
good.
toms
His
and
drum room
everything
is
sounded.
Yeah.
Anything that doesn't sound right is just my bad.
You think so?
I think so. There's different things that I don't like about that, but they're pretty much all my fault.
About that record? About
just
all
just
of them?
my just like kick drum sound and
Okay.
just
Yeah.
be nitpicking.
It's been a
stuff.
while since I've listened to that one, but I
Me too.
I think that I always thought that Luke got really good drum sounds.
I think the most important thing is to feel like you've gotten better each time you do it.
Yeah,
We learn a lot
The recording
each
process that
time,
you got to
man.
learn from everyone,
definitely.
which I think we have.
Yeah.
And every time we have put something out, I feel like, well, I mean, I guess with the last two at least, but I feel like we did a little better than last time.
Yeah.
Both. I mean, I think this time both with writing and like finding what we sound like, I guess, a little bit, and just going in and making everything sound like it does if you were to come see us.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, trying to catch the live vibe to it, you know.
Definitely. Yeah. I think Matt got that pretty down for
Yeah,
sure. 'Cause
Matt's,
it sounds.
you know, it's Matt, man.
It sounds
Matt's awesome, man. He's got an ear for that. So he's a musician himself too, and that's a huge thing.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it's
And you guys have worked with him, you know. I mean,
right. Yeah, we had
at least in a musician's
previous
capacity
rapport.
before. So
Right.
Yeah.
There wasn't
Yeah.
that sitting down, like getting to know this guy a little bit thing either,
Yeah.
which is good.
Right. He knows kind of what he's looking for. With
Right. And we've recorded together, you know, as musicians too, with other engineers or whatever. So I guess that probably.
Yeah, and it was no surprise. Like, oh yeah, Matt's got a recording setup going, and he's really good at it. Like no one was surprised at that because Matt has always had an ear for that stuff, and
yeah.
it totally made sense.
Okay. Awesome. What are you guys listening to lately? Just out of curiosity.
Ooh,
Who's going first?
I got to think about that.
Well, think
Fucking
about it.
Radio sucks.
What are you doing that for?
Radio sucks. Should I be
My
listening to that?
fucking- in my dump truck?
Oh yeah, your dump
Yeah.
truck.
I guess
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
I'm asking because like I'm curious about how what you listen to and what what you all love collectively sort of informs the way you write songs together.
Right.
I'll go first. I've been listening to Paul Bearer a lot,
Nice.
and that band's really cool.
Is that? You have that record at the practice space, right?
Yeah,
That is really
the
cool.
newest one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that record smokes.
A
really
River of
good.
Burden. Is that what
Mhm.
it is? Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
And what else? The newest Torch record is killer.
I haven't heard that yet.
I keep coming back to that one too. It's good.
Yeah?
It sounds
It's brutal, man.
huge.
Yeah.
I mean, like they all kind of do, but
Yeah, for sure.
it's pretty out there. It's good.
Matt, what do you got besides radio?
Yeah, I
Radio
don't
in
know.
my dump truck.
I really
That actually sounds pretty heavy too.
Radio in my dump truck.
Radio free dump truck.
I might use that as a song title
Dude,
too.
what Matt does for work is metal as hell.
I like Intronaut.
Oh yeah, Intronaut
Those
kicks
guys
ass.
are-
Yeah, we all really like Intronaut a lot.
You can hear
Okay.
some of that creeping
I-
into
For sure.
the newest record.
I think
for sure.
actually you guys got me into that band.
Yeah.
I like them a lot now too.
Wicked cool.
I've been
because
spinning that one that those three members did with that Cloud Kicker guy. I can never remember his name.
Right.
That's really cool too.
Yeah, I heard that at your house a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, when you stepped up before we went on the boat. Yeah, for sure. But, I was listening to the newest Charlie Parr record today, actually, which was you were at the show.
Yeah.
That was an awesome show.
Yeah, it was.
We rock a lot of Dysrhythmia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh yeah, just rhythm is always great.
unreal.
it's a shame
Those
they don't.
bands where
Really,
you just sit back and shake your head, just like
Like how the
damn
fuck
it.
is- especially well, yeah, drum wise.
I heard some of he put out a new Krallis record. I heard some of that the other day.
Oh
It's
really?
Pretty cool.
I
yeah.
did not. Oh, I didn't know that. Cool.
That's pretty rad.
That's what's his name? Kevin, right? Or
It's
Colin.
Colin's,
Colin. Yeah, yeah.
One of his. He's got like 500 bands, but
Yeah. I think he's like just Rhythmia, Voivod, fucking
Gorguts.
Gorguts. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Crap.
That guy's
Holds
the
talented though.
Octopus.
The old
Oh yeah,
Octopus.
I forgot he was in that band.
Yeah. That crazy war guitar thing in
Mm-hmm.
that band. Yeah, he's great.
he manhandles that thing.
So since you just put out
That's
a new
true.
record,
The latest Gorguts record is killer too.
Oh, yeah.
it's like years.
yeah, that was one of my favorites from last year.
and a half.
Is that last
Colored
year?
I think it was
Sands.
last year. Yeah, Colored Sands. Yeah, that kicks
Sweet.
ass. Well, since you guys got a new record, well, pretty like almost brand spanking new,
When
or
did
at
that
least
come-
I just got it out at the store because
Yeah.
when we put out
It's
April.
been out a little bit. Yeah.
April. Okay, a couple
Sometime
months.
this spring. Yeah.
So do you have any new songs in the works for the next one?
One
Yeah.
is more or less done, other than the lyric stuff, which always falls last
Yeah.
because
We always do that.
sitting
man.
down writing on paper is not fun. Sitting down banging on guitars and drums is
We just write a bunch of
happens to be
music,
really
and
fun.
I'm in 100% agreement.
every
with
time we say that too, like, oh, let's write the lyrics sooner, and we never do. And it's always like, oh, we got a record. Like, now let's sit down and write all these words. I mean, we always get it done, but it just seems like the least fun part of it for us for some reason.
Yeah.
Making a bunch.
Not
of
that I
movies.
don't know. I like it when it's done and
Yeah.
I can see it and like, yeah, this is pretty good.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, we like it, and we want.
None of us are writers.
You know,
or
we want to be
poets or
proud of it, so it's like, you know, we don't want to half-ass it either.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Which
Yeah,
we
we spend so much time
Try
on the
not
music
to.
and don't want to.
You gotta
Right,
do it.
yeah.
You gotta do it some justice. You feel
Right.
like once
Yeah.
you know you spend so much time putting a song together, sometimes months.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's like, well, we want there to be vocals, but
Yeah, nobody
what the hell
comes.
do we have to say? You know?
Nobody comes to practice with a whole song. Like, here we go. Let's learn this song that we're gonna.
Yeah, handing
That we're
out
gonna
like
play
sheet
now.
music and shit like it.
Right.
Like in Saved by the Bell or Zach Attack.
Right,
all
yeah.
know-
Zach Attack.
Zach Attack all knows the song.
I
pretty
prefer
much
the
turns-
California Dreams.
It all
writing
pretty much
style.
comes from
yeah.
just jacking around at practice. We'll get there and we'll all get on our instruments and just noodling around, and then we start jamming on something. We're like, oh, that was fun, cool. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's a cool riff. Like, maybe we should record that. And
Turn that into something.
we
Sure.
rely on
record
the
it.
handy
We have a
cam,
whole
dude.
fucking camera full of recordings, but when it all comes
So you
down
make
to
video-
it, when it all comes down to it, there's like a couple that stand out. We might make something off that, but it seems like 90% of the stuff just comes up
Yeah.
just like off the hip, you know, like.
Yeah.
Somehow
Just
it
go
all
to the
just
next
falls in
part,
place.
yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
Someone
It
just
takes a
kinda
while.
just, like,
I think that's why it takes us a while to write too, because
It does, but it's way more exciting, I think. Not, meeting up with these guys every week and not knowing what we're going to do. Sometimes
Right.
we don't do anything. Sometimes we sit there and drink beer and listen to records. Like,
Well, this
which is great.
officially we confirmed earlier is part of your practice night, right?
yeah,
this is
This
practice.
very
Yeah.
podcast.
Yes.
we
But-
went down there and
cool.
drank a bunch of beers and played one song and came
We
down.
did
But, like,
Drank
anymore,
a bunch of beers and played one song.
like, this, us being so busy with our separate things it's as important the fact that I just get together with these guys.
Yeah, and hang
Yeah.
out. Fuck yeah.
Because if we weren't doing this, I probably wouldn't,
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
much,
We
like-
would certainly see each other way less.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Totally. Yeah.
you got to
Because
make
we're not
time
just
for it.
bandmates,
You know,
we're really
it's
close
hard.
buddies too, and it's
Yeah.
always cool when
And
you
with
got buddy
family
night.
engagements and
Sometimes
stuff
we're
like
not
that,
feeling
it's
it. Yeah,
like
we
a
just sit
buddy.
around and shoot the shit.
Matt and I
fucking-
are dad rockers,
Yeah.
and Kasey is now a dog daddy.
I am not that dog's dad. You shut the fuck up.
You claim him.
That seemed a little condescending. You're like, oh,
You
well,
claim
dog
him.
daddy.
You're one of those
No.
pet parent people, aren't you?
I am. I mean, I hate that terminology, but I totally get the, because when we only had our dog, I was totally into our dog, man.
Yeah.
I still
Now
am.
your dog is just neglected in the basement, hungry.
Shh, not true. She's still spoiled rotten. Well, that's another thing.
What's another thing?
Our spoiled dog,
Oh, okay.
and I fucking love dogs. Just say it. I like kitties too.
I like, yeah,
Fucking
sure.
love kitties.
Yeah.
Fucking decent kitty.
But like the parent thing, like, come on. At least you're realistic about it. You're not like, I am not that dog.
You know where my
dad.
dog is right now, locked in my basement.
Yeah,
If you do that with a kid, you go to jail and shit.
That's true, man. But yeah,
Yeah,
with us
well,
being
if you get
dad
caught
rockers,
anyway.
it's tough, dude. It's
Am I right?
Yeah, right.
right.
But I mean, like when I'd see Facebook like posts about like on Mother's Day, like, well, how come I don't get a Mother's Day? Because here's my kid right here, and they're holding like a little fucking teacup dog
man,
or
come
whatever. Fuck that.
You can't ask.
Bugs
for,
me so much.
Yeah, you can't ask for
That's
it.
ignorant.
Yeah. Well, the type of people that ask for it are the type of people that would
I
ask
know.
for it.
You're right. You're absolutely.
It's circular
right.
logic, but it makes sense
Absolutely right.
eventually.
Are we getting those police sirens in the microphones?
Yeah. Well, hopefully.
Something going on down the street.
Probably someone firing some shots off.
Outside my area.
Yeah, what's with everybody shooting around here? And like, what are they shooting at? Because they're not hitting anyone or anything.
the bad shots?
That one dude got it in the gut, didn't he?
Yeah, I
Somebody
think you're
else
right.
Somebody
Oh, yeah,
got
do you
hit.
want that one?
Finally.
I'll take the.
There's so many shots
Cowboy.
fired all the time, and it's like no one was injured and no property was damaged.
Where are these bullets
Are
going?
they just shooting them in the air like
How can
Yosemite
property
Sam?
not be damaged? Fuckers are going somewhere.
Well, what are you guys doing other like otherwise besides music? Garrett just called your job, Matt, your job, metal as fuck.
Matt's job is cool, man.
What do you do every day?
I don't know if it's manly.
It's
It's
totally-
manly, but I don't know if it's metal.
It's metal, dude.
Well, I want
You're
to hear
not like
about
making
it.
swords.
You have your own dump truck that you listen
Yeah.
to radio, and I want to
Yeah.
hear about it.
He's operating large machines.
Yeah, just been equipment operating for a long time.
Yeah.
Just started over here in town with a company, and I've been doing it over in Illinois for like 8 years. So
You're originally from Galena, right?
yeah,
Okay.
so yeah, that was all pretty random how I met up with these guys. Matt Holman of all people was at this random broad's birthday party or fucking I don't know something where one of my couple kids that I played with from like middle school, fucking
We're going way back.
yeah.
Yeah, well, this is what I want to hear.
This is old shit.
This is the
beginning.
fucking meat in the sandwich. Go on.
I really don't even know how that even happened. Like how Matt was even involved in that. Just this random girl that I knew from town. I guess she ended up going to Dubuque school. So, anyways, she must have went to Wahlert.
So you went to Galena High School?
Yeah.
Okay.
She must have ended up going to Wahlert. But anyways, I was playing with this, I guess, punk band with a couple of guys from Galena. Pretty few slim pickings on who you can jam with in Galena.
I'm sure. What was the band called?
Oh fuck! What was it called? Retro Fire.
Retro Fire.
Oh man, that band name sucked. I did not pick that name.
I remember the t-shirt.
I did not fucking wear
Definitely.
that T-shirt either.
know you
He
didn't.
made us all these cheesy ass screen print T-shirts, and they sucked. I never wore that thing. I was like, no
That
way.
name definitely sucks, but this is a side of you I don't know. I did not know you started out in a punk band.
Oh yeah,
Cool.
definitely. Pretty much everything.
Punk covers or like
Yeah.
original? Oh, okay.
Yeah, mostly covers and radio rock, kind of rock songs. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever
Some
the guy,
metal, maybe?
whatever the guy could sing, which
Yeah.
wasn't much. No, definitely not metal stuff.
No metal.
No, we didn't do anything.
You were into metal way younger than I was, though.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say, were you into metal
Yeah.
even though you were playing this other
Yeah.
shit?
Yeah,
Yeah?
It was just hard to find guys to play with, and I didn't really care. I just wanted to play
Just wanna
music.
play.
For sure.
just
yeah.
wanna play my
And
drums
how long
on.
had you been playing drums since then? Or at that point?
At that point, I don't know. I started taking lessons when I was like 10, and I was playing my Muppet Baby drum set way before that.
That's so cool.
Yes.
Did you have one?
I did not,
Fucking
but
definitely had a Muppet Baby
I
drum
know the
set.
Muppet Baby drum set.
My grandparents would always go to like Hawaii and stuff, and they'd always bring me back these little hand drums and stuff like that. So, I mean, before that, it was number 2 pencils on fucking ice cream buckets or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
Like I've always been whacking on shit.
Does anyone
Sweet.
in the
And then if-
family still have that Muppet Babies drum set?
No, my dickhead brother stabbed it with a fucking screwdriver.
Scotty did?
Oh man.
Yeah, stabbed all the heads. I mean, they were like paper. It would have been sooner or later.
Stabbed all the heads?
Oh,
like he
yeah.
set out to do
Yeah,
this
yeah,
to you?
he-
What
he
a
was
prick.
out to get me.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he fucking thrashed more of my drums than anybody. He was always wrecking my drums. I think he really knew that I really liked him, so it was going to hurt me the most to fucking take out my drums.
Big
Man.
brother.
He was right. Fucking dick.
Yeah, he was definitely right.
Wow.
He turns around eventually.
Wow.
No more wrecking my drums.
Well, yeah. Hopefully. I haven't. I don't know if I've met him, but I think I know who he is. He's been at your shows, obviously.
Yeah. He's been out in Colorado for a few years now.
Yeah,
He moved out there.
Living out west a little ways.
Getting that legal dro.
Yeah.
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 It's his favorite.
It is his favorite.
So yeah.
Who could blame him?
So you guys started playing first, even though you lived in Galena.
Yeah, so that's kind of how I ended up meeting up with the Dubuque guys through
Yeah.
Matt.
You met Matt, and then Matt introduced you to Kasey.
And I don't know.
Correct, I think.
Yeah.
I think Matt was probably just looking for a drummer too that could play, more upbeat stuff. You could see that, even through whatever cheesy MXPX or fucking Pennywise song or something we were
Yeah.
playing.
Oh, that kind of punk.
Probably not even Pennywise. It was probably something even worse than that.
There was some good drumming in that early Pennywise stuff.
Yeah, Pennywise is pretty cool.
I
but I
would
don't-
agree.
None
Actually,
of,
I like some of that early Pennywise too.
those guys weren't pulling that off though, really.
No. MXPX, on the other hand, ooh.
Yeah, exactly. But I played it. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
I'll own up to it.
Shit, man, I started out playing
Whatever.
like
It's a good experience.
gin
You just get playing.
blossoms and shit like that. So
Yeah.
no shame in starting
I
out
remember having a guy
playing.
come over and playing, Runaway Train or something bullshit like that.
Oh,
Like,
man.
fuck this
Soul
I
sucks.
still love that
Road.
band, but that song is such bullshit.
What about that guy's hair? Holy fuck, huh?
Yeah, it's a
And
big,
his,
a big handful of just fucking
SpaghettiOs
awful.
t-shirt.
If I ever find a SpaghettiOs t-shirt online, I'm fucking buying it for you, bud.
I just hated how that guy tried to look dirty when
Yeah.
he clearly wasn't.
Yeah,
Yes, throughout that party.
he's too handsome to be dirty. Is that what it was?
Come on, man.
Throughout that party, I think Matt ended up talking to Josh, the guy that I knew from Galena that went to Wallert,
Okay.
that Matt also knew, and he ended up coming out to one of our practices in Galena, and fuck, his parents were pretty well off. The guy that we practiced, and he lived like right on the golf course in Galena.
Holy
like,
shit,
Right,
yeah,
like right
that's
on
pretty well
Golfview
off.
Drive. Mm-hmm. And so we decided we're gonna have this show that's fucking out on the deck. Fucking.
I was there. That was fun.
Yeah,
That was probably where I met you.
That's probably where I met you because Kasey was playing in another band that ended up playing at that same show. We had a couple bands play.
Similar band.
Unhinged or no?
No, this was
not
me
yet.
and some of
Oh,
my
yeah, you
buddies.
guys
from-
were in.
This was some
Okay.
kids
Like,
from Dubuque. This is way
more-
before knowing him.
This might have
Punk
been
covers, or-
this might have been like 15 years old. You know,
So like 2000, 99, something like that.
Probably 99. I would have
I
to
just
say
said 99.
99.
I really pronounced it.
1999.
1999.
Yeah.
Okay.
Matt definitely sat in on a Rage Against the Machine song.
Yeah,
I
totally.
believe. If I remember.
Oh, yeah?
right. Yeah. But it was funny as hell because we all got up there early. We were setting up. This is middle of the afternoon. Fucking people are out on the golf course. We're out there like rocking out. And then, so we like set up and we do a little sound check. And Matt and I, turns out we end up shooting the shit and find out that he's into metal and I'm into metal, and we spend the afternoon fucking rocking out old Fear Factory tunes out on the golf course, just bugging the fuck out of everybody that's on the golf course. There had to have been complaints. There's no way that anybody was listening to Fear Factory on the golf course
Probably
and not being
not,
pissed
yeah.
about it.
Anybody's like, oh man, like
But
they
then
just screwed
throughout
me. They
that,
just screwed up
I
my
don't
tee,
remember
but
how-
I love this
You
Fear
and
Factory
I
song.
and Matt and everybody ended up getting together. I don't really remember how that all evolved.
It worked its way out. And like
It was funny because
Tony got involved too, who was always
said he
my
was gonna
buddy.
bail on D-Wall's band, and then he calls me the next day saying, "You want to start a band?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, I want to start a band." It was pretty awkward when we all went
Somebody
over to his
called me.
house and got
Oh,
all
that
our
was
gear
weird.
out of his parents' house. And hey, Mrs. D-Wall, gonna come get our shit. You totally said that to her. I remember that.
You said that, hey, Mrs. D.
Well, I'm a dick.
That was funny.
I don't
pretty
find that to
awkward.
be true.
Took all our shit to fucking
wasn't
my
there.
parents' basement.
Okay.
Started pretty much when smothering evolved, huh?
Unhinged, at least.
Unhinged, yeah.
Yeah. I was just doing vocals at the time.
Yeah.
So I was just good at yelling.
Yeah,
I'm good at yelling. I don't know.
still good at yelling.
Still good at yelling.
You were
He's
playing
good at
guitar in the
yelling.
other band. What was that band called?
I didn't even think we called it anything.
No?
Oh.
I remember you played that guitar with a pig
Yeah,
sticker on.
come on,
it.
you got to be lying about that.
I'm
It's
seriously
a
not.
really embarrassing name, and you're trying not to
It's
say
not.
it. Come on.
Yeah,
I got
right.
nothing.
Okay, no, I believe you. If
I remember,
anybody,
I remember you guys played that House of Pain song, Jump Around.
Oh, that's great.
But like the Limp Bizkit version. Yeah. You're pointing over there because he's laughing.
It was brutal.
You definitely heard it.
Yeah.
if anybody remembers the name of that band, yell it out, please, because
You got something? I don't remember either. All I know is I spit white hot fire. I don't know if you know that about me, John.
the original Case the Joint.
He's probably older than me.
He's old. Yeah, I think he is. I think he's about my age, maybe even like a year or two older than me. Anyway, yeah, Case the Joint is
He is nice.
a local rapper that I just referenced for anybody listening,
Whose name is also Kasey.
whose name is also Casey. Exactly. Just in case anybody was confused.
I don't actually spit white hot fire either.
No?
No, just saliva and liquor.
The occasional liquor.
Yeah, the
Lots of
occasional
liquor.
liquor.
Well, so what about your day job, Garrett? Tell
My
me
day
about that.
job,
Yeah.
I work in the property management field, and I do maintenance for that, and it's pretty cool, man. I really enjoy it. You know, people call up with their their little problems in their apartment or whatever, and then I also just turn them over. You know, like get it ready for somebody else to move in.
Yeah.
And so I work by myself 90% of the time, which I love.
That is sweet. Yeah.
Because when it doesn't matter who you're working next to, but when you work next to them all the time, I mean, you get on each other's nerves. It just happens.
Yep.
And so I'm by myself. I talk to people on the phone, but that's it. I mean, most of the time I'm just out working.
Yeah. That's not bad. On the phone.
I'm not big on the phone. I mean, don't get me wrong. I hate it when that thing rings, but other than that, I'm by myself, and
Yep.
it's cool. I just listen to tunes and work, and
Yep. And your boss is
my wife,
sort of related.
which
to
everyone
me.
says I'm
oh,
crazy.
Yeah, your wife, but
Yep, and then my mother-in-law.
mother-in-law, which is
Yeah.
like strangely related to me, like
Right, yeah.
my stepdad's
Yes.
sister-in-law.
Yep.
So
Yep.
sort of my aunt-in-law, but like
Tom is
once
Chuck's,
removed or something. I don't know.
Tom is Chuck's brother.
Yeah,
What is
Yeah.
the removed thing?
I don't know.
I've never
I just said
understood
it because I
I
thought
know.
it made sense, but
It gets so confusing when it's like, I don't know, he's family. They should just change it to that. He's family.
they
Right?
should just change it to that. You're right.
It makes
I
it so
like
much
your
easier.
positive attitude.
God damn it, he's family.
Because then you're trying to judge how family is he?
Well, yes, yeah. She is technically family, your boss, or your mother-in-law, but
Yes.
definitely has kicked me out of apartments before. So
She's
family
also-
doesn't run that as thick as money with
She's
her. I
also
don't
kicked
think,
her own
but-
son out, so it's not.
See,
Yeah,
exactly.
It happens, man.
Yeah, it's business. Hey, I
it's tough
don't
biz.
fault her for it.
Yeah, I get to see some cool stuff though. When you walk into somebody's place, you don't know what you're walking into, man. I mean,
Yeah. What's the
people
coolest
are-
thing you ever found in an old apartment?
The coolest? I haven't found anything cool yet. It's usually just junk.
Yeah. You haven't found like a record collection that was fucking
No, I
mint?
wish, man. You'd be my guy. I'd talk to you.
Yeah.
But one time back in the day, Sean found this really cool old Gibson guitar amp, like a combo amp.
Uh-huh.
And at the time, he was just like, I don't know, I don't play guitar or nothing. And he sold it. It ended up being worth $600. So
Wow,
I just-
seriously?
Yeah, it was cool. It was like a 58 Gibson combo amp or something.
Jesus Christ,
They
that's
just
crazy.
left in the closet.
Does he still have it or did he sell it?
No, he sold it.
I would have too.
And it's
Absolutely.
since then, nobody finds anything cool. That was the one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, usually they just leave junk.
When we were excavating not that long ago, found a bunch of cool bottles and shit. And we set them off to the side of the hole and we forgot about them. Then somebody went down and took them all and left a bunch of empties fucking of some Bud Light or some shit.
They traded you?
Yeah.
That sucks.
I guess you got your
They were
nickels back
old
or
ass.
whatever.
That's dirt.
Some old ass bottles, yeah. But whatever. That was our deal. I was picking them out. And
Oh, bummer, man.
Yeah, that's dirt. What were the cool bottles? Like just some vintage
yeah, just old
Yeah.
bottles, really, really old Heinz bottles, ketchup bottles. I don't know.
wow.
It looked like they dozed a restaurant or something right there because there's all sorts of silverware and old
Oh, yeah.
old liquor bottles. There was
I
a
bet
weird
that's what it was.
there was a weird yacht club bottle we found and I don't know. We're finding all sorts of weird stuff.
Okay.
We're standing in the trench.
This was
Sipped around
Snagged
it.
them up.
Oh man, yeah, I bet that's exactly what it was. Old restaurant or something.
Yeah. I think they were just bringing stuff in and just dumping it there. They're filling in that area because there's it wasn't just normal ground. It was all bricks and
Right.
concrete and random debris.
Wow.
They were just filling it in there.
Yeah.
It's all buried.
Yeah, you want to say something?
No,
Bring
I
back
got
some of
nothing.
the old sediment
I got nothing.
songs. There was one of the songs.
That's
about
true,
getting-
yeah.
Song about digging.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a
About dying,
callback.
about dying in a construction accident.
Yeah.
It's all real positive with Dredge.
Oh yeah, of course.
Getting buried alive. It's good stuff.
There's a big
I'm
theme.
the only one that has to worry about that,
Good song,
apparently.
yeah.
There's a big theme with the first album about the coming of the fish flies, the mayflies too, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
talk about that and how that because that's definitely a Dubuque thing, and that is like
It seems to be a staple with us. We keep bringing the fish fly.
Well, yeah, I was
on
gonna
every
say,
time.
kind of
like,
our little,
it's
kind
like
of
a
our little
t-shirt.
mascot or something.
right, yeah.
They're cool, man. And it's like,
Yeah, they're cool.
You-
Nasty, smelly.
yeah.
fucking-
I mean,
There's
they're
like-
terrible, but
There's nothing like
they're terrible.
that
They're
first
fucking
hatch
awesome.
or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
that it's causing accidents on
It's,
the bridge and shit. Like,
I remember one time we were playing a show downtown somewhere, and there were some people in visiting from somewhere, and they're just like, "Oh my god, what's going on outside?" Like, what? Like, there's these things fluttering all over. It's like, oh, just the fish flies? That ain't no big deal. Like, fish flies?
relax.
This is
Yeah.
the only place I know about that calls them fish flies too.
yeah, it's always mayflies
Yeah.
elsewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fish flies here.
Fish flies because they smell like fish.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
they were
absolutely
terrified, dude. Like it was, Revelation style stuff. Because they do, man. They swarm
They do.
around those, the street lamps and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. It's
That was kind of cool that
gross.
night. They hatched real bad and we had a show.
Oh, they hatched super
fun.
bad.
When was this?
A few years ago, I think it was at Arenal.
Yeah, they had
Yeah.
all
Oh,
the
was it?
lights off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not too long ago.
Had all
Yeah.
the street lights off. It was all dark. And
Oh yeah, that's
cool.
what they do. Like the
Yeah.
gas
Yeah.
stations will shut the lights off.
Yeah.
And they won't look
Yeah.
open. The bridge, yeah, everything.
They pile up, man.
Yeah, because it's almost like
Cars
snow
drive
or something.
over them
Like,
and like leave
really slippery and
they leave tire tracks.
I'm
and
not
stuff.
sure, but I'm pretty sure it was Snyder that grabbed a whole handful and put them in his mouth. It's pretty awesome.
that sounds like Schneider.
That's pretty cool.
He's good for something like that.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
he's really toned down his wild antics. Though.
I agree, and he seems to be focusing on like seriously honing his songwriting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm glad for him.
I super dig the Snuff Queen.
I'd like to talk to him actually.
Yeah.
Snuff Queen's
That
killer.
would be a
man.
good interview.
I think it would be. Yeah,
Snuff Queen is definitely my favorite project he's been involved
absolutely,
in.
hands
I think
down.
it's great.
Yeah, and what's
I
the
hope they continue
other
it.
one? Slow Burn or
Sludge Burner.
Sludge
Burner.
Burner.
Yeah. Who?
They're not
Andy
bad.
Benson's,
Decent,
Andy
yeah.
Benson's playing with those guys now. I just heard.
Oh no way!
Yeah.
Yeah,
hear that.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
a new.
He was just telling me
addition.
that the other
Well,
night.
good for him. He
Yeah.
should be playing in a band like that and not like a cover band like he
Right.
always does.
He's been
That's a
wanting,
good player.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
been
good.
wanting to play forever. So
That's the other thing. He's always taking to
Yeah.
Facebook and ranting about how he's not playing.
wanting to play, and I mean, there's people around that want to play. You just
Yeah,
it's not like. It's like everybody in a band has been in a band a long time or was in a band. Like, that's like I don't know of any new like young bands. Do you like high
Not
school
really,
age
no.
bands or just out of?
honestly, no.
it's just
They've
like-
got to be there.
A couple of years
I
ago,
hope there is.
I kind of dug that band Scamp, but then they just
Yeah,
sort of
Scamp. Yeah,
disappeared.
Yeah, Yep.
That was like 2011, I guess.
I think at least one of those.
That was
gals-
definitely like an off minor show.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
I think one of those gals at least moved like. To
She's in Des
or
Moines.
something.
One of
Yeah,
them's in
yeah,
Des
yeah.
Moines, and then the other one's like fucking still 14 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, that band was cool.
I don't know. But they
That's
were
exactly
cool.
what
They
she's
were
doing,
kind of
John.
they were cool for. What'd
Yeah.
you say?
So that's exactly what she's doing. She's just being 14.
She's being
She's
14
just being
somewhere.
14, yeah.
But yeah, I thought they were cool for
Yeah.
what they were doing then.
We played down in the Quad Cities recently at a Metal Fest thing at the Beer Stube down there.
In Moline, yeah.
Yeah, and there were a lot of young kids there, man. It was really cool to see that. It was an all ages thing.
Really?
Yeah, and it was cool, man. And
It was a really organized, really well put together
Yeah,
show.
those guys had
Bands
it
were
together,
boom, boom,
man.
boom, right on time.
Yeah.
They had a schedule, and you were like, bands were starting like a couple minutes before they were supposed to even start. Like it was.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, it was very
It was-
organized.
yeah,
and
It was fucking
Definitely
unprecedented.
appreciate that at our age. Like
it was cool, dude. And yeah,
At
there
our
were
age.
well, come on.
there were
I know I'm a little
lot
older
of-
than you guys, but
a lot of young kids there, man, to hang out and like they were buying stuff from the bands and hanging out and
nice.
I talked with a couple young dudes about gear and stuff. It was just like really it was cool to see that
That's awesome.
it's
was a fun
happening
show.
somewhere, because I mean I don't know that it's happening here, man. I hope that it is, and I'm just out of the loop, but
I
don't
hope there's
know.
like 3 kids that like dig old Metallica records that are in the
Right,
basement
yeah.
somewhere in Dubuque. Like,
I hope so too.
You
I hope
know?
so too, and I hope they find
If they hear this, give us a call.
find
man.
us.
Like,
Yeah, find
like,
find Dredge, find us.
We want to know you exist, man. Is hang out.
Yeah. Because like at least within the last 10 years, there's always been like a new crop of kids that like,
Yeah.
there's also obviously been a new crop of kids that are doing terrible shit too.
Sure. Yeah.
But, you know,
But I don't even see that happen. Like, I'd be happy
Right.
with
I don't.
that.
Yeah,
almost.
honestly, I
Like,
don't know any of the newer bands. A lot of them.
you know.
I'm sure they're out
and
there.
then
but
of course
yeah.
there's like, you know, what we do, and then there, you know, like I kind of separate the cover band, the bar band guys, because it's a different thing, you know.
It is. It is.
have you ever been in a bar band? Or like a
well,
cover
I
band?
mean, I guess my first band was sort of a bar band. Yeah.
But like as as an adult of sorts, like you know.
Crazy Nights.
Oh yeah,
That's
Crazy
right.
Nights.
Okay.
We did 3
that one.
shows. Crazy Nights.
Crazy Nights was
just
fun.
Kiss tribute band.
Yes,
Yeah.
If you
was
guys were
fun.
still doing
It was
that, you could be
fun.
playing casinos making like $1,000.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. Like in this town,
Tribute bands is where it's at in Dubuque. That's all you
Oh,
ever
dude.
hear.
Have you read like the
There's another
365
tribute
where
band
it lists
playing at Mystique
the
here.
Diamond Joe or
The
whatever?
casino circuit, dude.
My dad pointed it out to me last week.
Yeah.
It was just like, Jesus Christ, look at this lineup here, and
It's
it was
all
just tribute to
tributes.
this, tribute to this, tribute to this.
I know,
tribute to
and
this.
that's why
And most
I
of
don't
these
like
bands
it. I mean,
are still around. Like, go see them.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You can.
There was a tribute to Godsmack a couple years ago.
I know what the fuck.
Go
Why
see
would you do that?
Godsmack.
And that's the thing. Like, it's just so backwards to me. Like, I
Yeah.
made like in one show with Crazy Nights, I made more money than I've ever made with any
Right.
band I've ever been
Yeah.
in combined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fucking nuts, you know. And that's
know.
backwards
And you
to me.
worked so
it was
hard
cool.
on the other stuff, and you knew the songs from already knowing those other
Exactly,
ones.
from
pretty
already
much.
knowing them.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it was cool because we all, got to take that money and put it into
Right. Yeah.
the bands we actually
We joke
Yeah.
about
cared
that.
about, and
all the
spent
time.
time on.
I know.
but
Yeah, we totally
it's
joke
just
about
so
that.
weird.
If we just found like a dude with like abs that was handsome to like be a front man and just played cover shows,
Yeah.
like we could be funding every record we fucking put
I
out for the
know,
next 10
dude.
years.
Well, I mean, you don't even need. He doesn't even need to be handsome. I mean,
Do you want to do it?
wow.
Saying that you're not handsome.
Wow.
I actually was going to say something about the Johnny Trash singer. Not really the most handsome guy,
Come on,
and like
man. He's got the beard
But you know it's
fluffing,
gonna work
he's got
out
the
better.
bare chest and the bibs.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't give a shit.
No.
You just need a personality, I think. None of us are packing that
Yeah.
for the
Well,
playing department.
Come on,
it's-
I don't think that's true, but I will be your singer.
I don't know,
if you want me
man.
to.
It's,
All right.
I don't get any enjoyment out of that,
No, yeah, it's exactly.
I mean, my own dad's in one of those bands, and it's great, man. They get like $1,100 a night, and they have fun.
what?
I know.
1,100.
Yes.
That's insane.
You know, out of that, they have to like hire a sound guy or whatever, but still, like they're clearing, $800-900 easy, man. I know it's all right.
And
No,
you
I'm
could,
fine,
you
I'm
could
fine.
probably play guitar in that band, but
Right? I mean, my whole life.
Have you ever been asked
when are you
by
gonna play
your
with
old man
dad?
to
Oh yeah,
play?
he's always just wanting me to, at least come play a song or something. And it's like, I just don't want to put any time into that. You
Right.
know, like I would like to play a song with my dad, but it's like,
Sure, absolutely.
I just don't, a lot of those songs I know and I like, but I just don't care, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
especially
Same
now,
here. I've seen a bunch of cover bands. Like,
You know,
it's not that impressive that
especially
you
now
know how to
having-
pantomime another band. you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, anytime that I put into music, I want it to be like something I'm attached to, like writing music with my
Not to
buds.
say I'm not
and-
attached to certain songs throughout the years, but like I don't want
Absolutely.
to sit down and focus my time on like learning
Right.
just
beat
not-
for beat something that somebody already did.
just
Like,
not
yeah, I
enjoyable,
might take an
man.
inspiration from something, but like,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
you got to make it your own. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. Yeah, none of us really get any enjoyment out of. We dick around with stuff we know. It's
I
like,
kind of
right.
wish I
we're-
did. 'cause
we know
could
we
make
know
some
one
loot.
riff from every song or something. but
Yeah.
Do you guys ever play covers live?
No.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that.
No,
okay,
Dredge
cool.
has never
We,
done a
we
cover
haven't,
live.
no.
Yeah. Well, there's no reason to, really.
It's
You know,
just-
your
yeah, man,
your
it's-
songs stand on their own for sure.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Yeah, that's true.
We enjoy, playing them, and it's just
Yeah, we spent a lot of time on pretty much every song we've ever.
I want to play
Written.
something I'm attached to, man.
There's not really any reason to spend any time learning it.
I mean, Sediment was more kind of feeling out each other, you know. I mean, that was the first time any of us had really sat down and tried to
That was
write
back when we
anything
were still
together,
heavy.
you know.
Yeah,
I
and it
mean,
was a
more-
different direction than
Yeah.
Smothering Angels for sure.
Yeah.
But still really fucking heavy and really, really great. But
And
yeah,
a lot of stuff that
definitely
came
different.
to Smothering was pretty planned out. Things were manipulated a little bit, but like the overall structures of songs were pretty much brought, you know, and I kind of put beats to stuff that was structurally already there, you know, kind
Yeah.
of. We might change things here or there, but, you know, play this for a few more measures or do this, you know,
Right.
but they were pretty much, you know, set out, and I would just write beats to guitar stuff that, you know, was written. I mean, Garrett would have riffs and stuff too that would get incorporated in, but
The Dredge stuff always goes somewhere I didn't think it was going to go, which is awesome. I love
Yeah, that's
that.
amazing.
when you hear a riff idea and you got something in your mind and you're picturing something, and then,
Yeah.
and then it goes completely somewhere
Somewhere
different,
else.
and you're like,
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
just
having those
you
guys,
you get more
you know.
excited about it. You're like, oh, I didn't see that coming. Like,
Right.
yeah, I like that. I like the way that went. It seems like it kind of always just snowballs from there. Like,
Yeah.
you know, once things start rolling, they start moving.
And we're
you
really
know?
honest
Yeah.
with each other too. Like, if something sucks, tell me, man. Like, don't wait till like it's in a thing.
Like,
and,
yeah,
like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not really into that.
If it
you
sucks,
know?
tell
We've been
me,
playing
you
this
know?
song for 5 years, and I
Yeah.
hate it, by the way.
If a riff sucks,
I
tell
can
me
see
it
that.
sucks.
I can see
and
that.
I've
forget
never written a
about
song
it.
where I've said, I wish we wouldn't have did that song. But
Yeah.
It gets brought up before that happens. Like,
Right, like cut it
this is
off.
starting
Like,
to suck.
just like, hey man, I don't think that's very cool. Like, oh, that's awesome.
A lot of times shit just gets
that.
put over there for a while. Like, we've done that before too. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what to do yet, and no, neither do you guys. So let's just set that here and do something else.
Yeah,
Whatever.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. We're excited to play down here.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that show's coming up August.
This is gonna be fun. This is the space we recorded Fossils and Ghosts in.
yes,
That's
which is
true.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
feel right at home.
And then next door was
yeah.
the last one, right? With John.
That's true.
Some of it
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
recorded
And,
there.
Yeah,
Yes.
shit, yeah. I never even thought about that.
Yep.
So what is the date on that show? I
September
Is it
2nd.
early September.
okay, not
is that
October,
correct?
or August. September 2nd.
Yes.
Wednesday night, I believe.
Wednesday night.
That will be
With our good friends in a seat.
with a
Yes.
Yeah. And our good friends in Venereal Crush as well.
Yeah. VC.
Yeah. A rare live appearance by them.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
That's true.
It's been years.
It's gonna be loud and weird down here.
It's gonna be loud.
Yeah,
and
I can't
weird.
wait. That's going to be a great show.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a website or like a Facebook? Anything you want to plug?
We have a band camp.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we are on Facebook and Bandcamp,
yeah.
which you can link through.
So look for
Facebook.
Dredge, DREDGE on Facebook. And what's the Bandcamp site?
Bandcamp.com/dredgeband, I believe.
Dredge Band.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can get the record. You can download it there.
Yeah.
Name your own price, and then you can also buy it if you choose.
And you can come out to CDs for Change, 3305 Asbury Road, and come see me and pick it up on vinyl if you want.
You can do that. This is our first vinyl release.
Yeah, which
Yes.
is also exciting.
We're
Yeah.
super excited about that.
It's fun.
It's definitely more of a process than anything we've done in the past.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Vinyl's expensive.
Just foreign to us, and
it's
we've never done it.
expensive, and there are kind of time restraints and things. So we're kind of mindful of that, like because the difference between one 12-inch and a double LP is like a lot of money.
Oh,
So-
really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure it is, but I guess I didn't.
Yeah. So it's like
I've only ever done a 7-inch. I've only ever been on
Yeah.
a 7-inch vinyl. So
We
then
had talked about doing vinyl when we put out Shadow Current,
Yeah.
but there was so much material that's almost an hour of music on that album that
Mm-hmm.
it would have had to have spilled over into another.
yeah.
I would
another
still
record.
like to do that someday, but
That'd be cool.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. You can always reissue
Yeah,
your
yeah.
past releases on
Yep.
wax later on or whatever.
You're planning on getting paid or what?
you can't foretell the future, Casey.
you
true.
can't. That's true. You guys have.
When
Dredge hasn't been the moneymaker so far.
when we're signed,
Start that cover band.
when are we
Yeah.
getting it signed to? When we're
Exactly.
signed to Sony.
yeah.
John Eagle silky pipes are gonna fucking
Mm-hmm.
be all over it.
Okay. Well, yeah. Absolutely. If you do a
If we do
cover,
the
then I
cover.
will come in and do. By the way, I do want to, speaking of covers, I do want to address that before the interview, these guys said that they couldn't tell the difference between Bad Company and Foreigner.
I'm still
And
standing.
I just want to
Same
say,
band.
I really just want to, I want to talk about how fucking off the mark you all are. Because really, like, I'm not standing up for Foreigner. Foreigner's great, but
So you're standing up for Bad Company?
I'm really standing up for Bad Company.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, Paul Rogers, man. He's got pipes
He
for
does
days,
have pipes,
man.
and I won't disagree with that.
And then listen to Free. Holy shit,
you know,
man.
when those
You can't-
songs come on, I mean, we have this conversation. Like, all right, who sang what? I don't know.
Yeah, actually, just to practice.
So when
earlier, we were having
the
a
song
debate,
Bad Company
who
comes
sang
on, you're
what.
like, oh, this is Foreigner.
That's an exception.
Well, obviously.
It's in the name,
Still,
but you know,
Earlier tonight, it was like Shooting Star and Jukebox Hero. We couldn't remember because they're like kind of
Yeah.
the same song. It's kind of like that ballad about the
if
kid
it was
making
on
it
the
big or
Foreigner
whatever.
Belt episode of Aqua Teen, we got it.
Yeah.
Dredge.
But yeah, other than that, I am convinced that they are the same band and they were just trying to get double the money.
Okay, well,
That's my
I'm
personal
convinced that
opinion.
I need to come to your practices for the next couple of weeks, and I need to familiarize you all with
Perhaps
the catalog of each band.
Perhaps we need to do
I'm convinced that no one's going to be listening to this podcast by this point.
everyone's
No,
checked
no, no.
out.
I'm not going to do it on. God damn it! This is a fucking
No, I'm
suicide
talking about
letter.
right now. Like everyone is tuned out right now.
They're done.
We've bored them to death. It's
Well,
not
I
your
hope
fault.
not. I hope not. But anyway, this has been Ruix Podcast, episode number 3 in collaboration with DAAC. I've been talking to Kasey and Garrett and Matt from Dredge. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks
man.
for having us, buddy.
Seriously, the pleasure is mine. Appreciate it. Okay, now see, wasn't that fun? I told you it would be. That was a random Tuesday night. Dredge stopping by the Ruix HQ and just shooting the shit, hammering some cold beers. It was a good time, and it was a great conversation. At least I thought it was. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Again, dredgeband.bandcamp.com is where you can get their new record, Fossils and Ghosts, along with their first 2 records, 2010's Sediment and 2013's The Shadow Current. You can get all 3 of those. I'm not sure how much it is to download, but you can stream them all for free. And you can get the new record out at CDs for Change on vinyl for like 10 or 15 bucks, something like that. Don't forget the Salon Show. That is the opening reception's coming up on September 5th with special guest Dave Zolo. Something to look forward to. And Music Series 5, which is coming up also in September 2nd, actually, and it'll feature our guest today, Dredge, Iowa City's Asith, and Venereal Crush from Dubuque, Iowa. And if you're interested in reading more of what I have to say about whatever random fuck-offery that's going on here in Dubuque, then you can read my Tumblr page. I update it every Friday. It's ruixzine, RUIXZINE, .tumblr.com. One other thing I wanted to mention, and that's that during the Dredge interview, I made a point to talk to Garrett and Matt about their day jobs, but I completely neglected to ask Kasey about his. And I wanted to mention it because it's a bar that he owns with his wife here in town. It's called Monk's. It's a bar and a coffee shop, actually, and it's at 373 Bluff Street and in downtown Dubuque, and it happens to be one of my favorite haunts to go get a drink or a cup of coffee, whatever. So if you're unfamiliar with the Dubuque area and you're just looking for a place to go chill out and, meet some decent people, that's a good place to go. You could do worse, basically, is what I'm saying. But anyway, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next episode.